Who were these people, these hardy, industrious, brave people who settled in the Lehigh Valley? Early in the 20th century, Bethlehem Steel recruited workers from Central Europe. The steel found much of its labor force in Hungary and Slovakia, where many experienced the political ascendancies as medieval, oppressive, and unbearable. Emma Lazarus has immortalized their plight in her inscription on her statue, Lady Liberty, in New York Harbor. Give me your poor, your tired, your huddled masses yearning to be free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shores, send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. These people came to America with a desperate hope for a new, good life. Peter P. Jurčák, in his book, The Slovaks, describes the circumstances that were shared by the Hungarians and others from Central Europe. These immigrants made every effort to adapt themselves to American life, to understand its rules, and to play an essential part in its industrial growth and development. There was neither a mine nor a mill in America where they could not be found doing the most back-breaking, hazardous work. They went into mud and gas and danger with heart and resolve to do the hardest and meanest kind of work. Uncounted numbers lost their lives in extra hazardous jobs. Their physical stamina, their purposeful and stubborn determination to prove themselves made America strong and stronger still. Through the gifts of spiritual and cultural heritage, America inherited a stabilizing force of people who understood the art of being ruled. This art was practiced daily in the valley, where the men lived with their families beneath the shadows of the mansions of their masters on the hill. In 1911, they asked for redress of the indignities and dangers of the work at the steel.
Well, my father would tell me that one time they had a strike in 1911. And they weren't striking for anything but better working conditions. And he said that was very, very difficult strike. He said, and then they were all out here on 3rd Street, thousands of men or hundreds of men out on 3rd Street, and then the state police, they brought the state police in from on the train, and so they opened the gates wide, and the state police came out, and they had horses, and they dispersed them, and that was the end of it. They didn't get what they were out for. They were working for only better working conditions, because they worked many years. And at that time, when my dad worked, they were not allowed to wash themselves at work. When he came home, he was just black. He was so dirty, but they didn't have the facilities or they didn't have the time. He said they started to work early in the morning and the whistle blew and worked until the whistle blew again. They weren't allowed. And you know, the men were almost always afraid when they were among themselves, they were all afraid to talk about a union.
Silent now, the men continued to live in the shadows. For the next 30 years, each day they would return home dirty. Each day they labored with the same heart and resolve and produced the finest steel in the world.